Bill Vollbrecht. I am the Legoland Park designer.
Perfect. So what does it mean, or how do you approach a project like building a Legoland Park? Where does the design process begin?
Well, it starts with being a fan of Lego. If you enjoy the bricks and the products, it's a natural transition to start designing the Lego parks, because everything we do starts and ends with the bricks. So if you have a true love and passion for that, then it comes natural.
Of course, there are other Legoland parks around the world. Were you involved in those projects as well? Were you influenced by those in the building of this one?
Absolutely. I started in Legoland, California as one of the model designers. I built the large sculptures for the park and was able to transition into being art director for Legoland, California. And then after doing that for about a year, they asked me to join the development team so we could start building new Legoland parks.
Excellent. So you've obviously seen the development of other parks. Then how did you apply that knowledge to then bringing it to Florida?
Well, we did a little bit of everything. We kind of looked at what's the best of the Legoland experiences. Like we have boating school behind us. It's an interactive ride where you drive a boat. There's no track. Where you steer is where you go. If you steer the wrong way, you got to figure out how to get turned around and get back to where you started from. But so we took the best rides we knew that worked: boating school, driving school, the fire rescue academy. But then you also try to work with a site. We had some existing rides here. They're our first for Legoland Parks. We have a wooden roller coaster, a suspended coaster. So a lot of those things that existed, we were able to re-theme and rebrand and put a layer of Lego theming on top of that, which kind of really makes this a very unique park.
Right. So you took the old Cypress Gardens park and made it into a brick-filled adventurous wonderland. How did you really approach that when you come here and you see the nature-filled Cypress Gardens? How do you transform that into what we see today as this colorful, plasticky, toy-filled area?
Well, the original Cypress Gardens are located to the side of us here. Those are still as they were. I mean, they're protected. They're a very important part of Florida history, so we preserved and really just enhanced what's there. And then everything else you see in the rest of the park is brand new. This is a 100% brand new theme park. Some of the buildings still exist, a few of the rides, but every square inch of this park was redone, remodeled, or built from scratch. And but the gardens are such an important part of the park that it really adds a lot of provenance. It's just very green. It's very lush. Even though you walk in, you feel like, oh, it's a brand new park. It still has the feeling of something that's been around for a very long time.
So as a designer, now that you're walking through here, opening the park up, what do you find to be the most rewarding after moving through all the phases and seeing it come alive?
The most rewarding thing is seeing the kids here. You work so long in a vacuum of designing and building. There's stressful days, a lot of hard work. But the very first moment where the gates open, the children come running in, and they have that expression on their faces like, "Oh my gosh, look at this!" It's a very emotional moment, and couldn't be happier.
And design-wise, what are you most proud of?
Wow, a little bit of everything. I think the driving school building, that's a really fun one I liked a lot. It was the inspiration came from a Lego set called the 50th Anniversary Town Plan, where it was a reissue of a set that Lego first had produced in '55, came out in 2005, and it had like a gas station, a courthouse, and a movie theater, and I drew from that for a few of the buildings you see in the park.
That's very cool. I'm a Lego fan. I've been building them since I was very young. And obviously there's a lot of kids here and a lot of the rides are kid-oriented. But for people like me who are, I'm now 30 years old and I'm still a Lego fan, how did you keep that in mind when designing the park?
I'm a Lego fan myself. The dream job for me was the model builder, because I collected and I built and I did everything I could with Lego bricks. So I had that eye towards that, knowing my friends, my colleagues, people I really care deeply about are so involved in the Lego hobby. So it's very easy for me to say, hey, you want to come to this park? You got young kids, it's a great place, and if you're a Lego fan, it's even better. Because there are rides that the adults can enjoy as much as the kids, but it's just these large-scale Lego models, and more than anything else, Miniland. We use 30 million bricks in creating Miniland. That's one of the most beautiful ones we've had. It's the largest one we've ever had. We've added 2 new clusters that's never been seen before. Forever Florida, where it's the entire state of Florida, the shape and style, and it has all the different cities that everyone knows in Florida recreated in bricks. So we have the beautiful Art Deco Miami Beach hotels. We have the state capital of Tallahassee. We have St. Augustine, the oldest city in the world, and we have a brand new cluster also that's pirates. So the first ever Lego historical cluster that's all about the world of pirates. So you can battle pirate ships and see the forts and the citizens fighting with the pirates here and there, and that's very unique.
One more question for you. Of course, we're in the theme park capital of the world here in Central Florida. When designing something like Legoland Florida, how do you approach that in trying to not necessarily compete with the other parks, but set yourself apart from them?
We just have a different brand and we have a different identity that we've really worked on for several years, and we know who we are. With laser point accuracy, we are a different park. We know it, and that's how every aspect of design we do. you know, we don't think about the other parks we do. We just try to make the best Legoland parks we can for our demographic, and I think we do it better than anybody else.
Great. Well, congratulations and thank you.